I need to wake up 4 a.m. in the morning just to prepare for work. And today I'm going to bring you with me and show you the new place of work or how going back to the office would look like. Welcome to the new place of work. The outbreak of COVID-19 has created a lot of changes in our lives. It impacted the way how we look at our world or even in our daily lives. The small things we see or do become different or complicated from the usual. Everywhere you look, you see people wearing masks and face shield. You can only see private vehicles in the street. No more sidewalk vendors and no more public transportations. While the coronavirus pandemic continues to rage on, we need to continue our daily lives no matter what. Now that the government restrictions are slightly lifted, we are required to return to the office. The management has established new protocols for the safety of their employees. First off, we were scheduled for rapid diagnostic testing just to make sure that we are not carriers or infected. Returning to the office is very different than usual. Since public transportation is not yet allowed, the management has provided us a service for our transportation. As we arrived, we were given instructions on how to enter the office, and one of them is the social distancing protocol to stay at least 4 feet from the other people. The guards will then check the body temperature before we enter the building. Markings were placed in order to maintain the social distancing. And also, we were asked to fill out the health declaration form for precautionary purposes. Then the assigned team will then check the information and will tell you if you're allowed to get in the building. Hand sanitizers were provided almost every corner for the employees to use. COVID-19 safety signs were also provided for the employees to remind safety protocols at all times. Elevator buttons are covered with plastic and is being sanitized every 30 minutes to keep our hands clean. Inside the elevator are also marked with social distancing signs for the employees to observe social distancing at all times. Sanitizing foot mats were placed before we enter the office to further prevent the spread of the virus. And the vibes of the offices were different from the usual, from the layout of the workspace, like moving workstations farther apart. Sanitizing your station first thing to start your work is a good practice to prevent the spread of harmful bacteria and viruses. When working, we are allowed to take off our face shields since we are only facing the monitors. Also, the management were providing us sanitizers for us to disinfect from time to time. Even the comfort room has social distancing markings to remind us from physical distancing. It is healthy habit to always wash our hands to help prevent the spread of the virus. It is sad to say, but our balcony where we spend our leisure time or our common area has been closed to avoid group activities and as a protection of individuals and preventing the spread of coronavirus disease. Since we are not allowed to go out the building, the management has provided us free lunch. And it is important to bring your own utensils for safety. I've also stocked few snacks to fill me up while working. When washing dishes, it is ideal to have your own sponge to clean your utensils. As we all know, germs can be spread from person to person or just by touching the common things or surfaces. It is also recommended to sanitize it with hot water after using to kill the germs. The team is changing the schedules to reduce or minimize the number of people in the office at one time. The saddest part is that we are not allowed to closely interact with our friends or colleagues to maintain social distancing at all times. Hi guys, I have Paul here and he is my colleague and we will interview him. Kasi mga kabaguan or changes nga, ayan na sinati dili sa yung bago nga work, I mean type of work, I mean yeah, because we are facing this pandemic right now and we need to do some changes for our safety sa atong pamaagi sa atong work. So, atong interview si Paul and kung unsa iyang mga kalahian sa una nga iyang pamaagi sa work o karon nga pamaagi sa work nga napang COVID. Actually, gikan mi nag-work from home, then karon gipabalik na mi after pila ta ka tuon? After 4 months, gipabalik na mi here sa office kay we need to go back here in the office and do the job. Na po siya mga type siya tips kung unsa ang mga tips niya sa iyang naihang na ma-share sa ato para natry ka ng safe nga pag ari sa opisina nato. Sige.
Hi guys, Paul Day, colleague ni Gian. Na kanang ako na experience ko going back to work kay from office kay dako gyud sa kausaban kay naay mga medyo hassle gid kay tungod na ay mga Filipino nga form always gyud mag kanang suot sa atong face mask, face shield. Ang tips din ako kanang amping ta sa atong gagalingon since natin pandemic karon nga atong ginikayan. So always lang ta sa dalag alcohol or mag-disinfect sa imong paligid ini after og before nimo mo leave sa imong station na para kaabot sa balay natay safety pero ni kaabot sa balay disinfect sa atong kagalingon.
After the shift ended, we need to wait for our names to be called for our transportation going home. We use this time to talk or spend time together with our friends, but still maintaining social distancing.
Dili man dyan na mawala ang imong anxiety nga syempre napabaya ang virus pero ang nakanindot na advantage ani kay libre na ang libre plate, libre lunch, so okay ra, di ba? Oh, i-make sure lang nga nag-social distancing nga kay mo man ay pinaka-importante jud kay para dili ka matakdan. Mag-face shield always, mag-face mask o mag-social distancing.
Usa ra akong ikasulti nila mag-alcohol, mag-face shield og mask nga pre-negative ni. Kay siyempre siya man atong amahan.
Pareha ra ba gihapon ang routine imong ginabuhat everyday nga karon nga nanatay na ang COVID. Pagpadong nimo sa opisina.
Dili na siya kayo na sa like sa last year akong daily routine kay tungod sa ani COVID and tungod sa COVID na murag dinagay ta mo gawas di na ako makadol sa akong mga friends sa akong work then
This new phase of work is not the kind of routine I am used to, but I am willing to do the adjustments. With more practice and patience, little by little we can adapt to the new phase of work. And let us all welcome the new normal.